Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine weekly forecast. So we're going to take a look and see what's happening with your Divine Masculine this week and anything that you might need to know. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or a challenge in your connection. So please keep that in mind, but obviously just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks that you guys see me using here today will be listed down below in the order that I use them, as well as today's Orgonite, which is called the Divine Masculine Earth Sign Nude, created by Michelle from Wing and Bell. So let's just dive right in. Let's take a look and see what is the Divine Masculine's energy towards the feminine this week, okay? How is he viewing her or just the situation between the two of you this week? Let's look at this energy. Okay, so how are things looking from his point of view? What's going on in his headspace this week? Oh, we have Lonely Mermaid. That's so beautiful. So it says to feel alone and misunderstood, exclusion, solitude, being the black sheep, to polarize, self-doubts. So of course this could be an indication that this masculine feels very isolated from the feminine. Maybe he feels like the black sheep in the situation, feels excluded from the feminine's life for whatever reason. Maybe something went down, so there's of course this reason for separation. So let's go ahead and get some details here on this. He might even see her as being lonely, see her all alone. But I don't think so. I think the feminine's doing pretty well. So he sees her as the Queen of Pentacles, okay? That Queen of Pentacles energy is very, very strong. And I feel like the masculine is lonely. He's in a state of solitude. He feels misunderstood. He feels like the black sheep in the situation. He feels like the black sheep in the feminine's life. So I just feel like something could have gone down here. So there's a reason that he might feel this way towards her. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's sitting very pretty. They're sitting there. They're nurturing themselves. They're taking care of themselves. It's ruled by Capricorn. And so Capricorn is about material things. So she could be doing really well in the material world. She could be quite comfortable in some sort of situation. So he is kind of seeing her as set up. She's either set herself up or she is in a very, comfortable living situation, etc. And kind of feels excluded, feels like the outsider on her life for whatever reason. Okay. So I almost feel like this energy here, it's like he longs to hold the feminine. He longs to be nurtured by the feminine, because I feel like this feminine is very nurturing and perhaps was very nurturing towards the masculine when they were not in separation before. And something may have happened here that has caused this sort of situation to where someone now is excluded, because it says misunderstood. Like there could have been a misunderstanding between the two of you. And because of this misunderstanding, maybe your energy is not so nurturing towards this masculine anymore, and he's really missing that. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, let's see how he's feeling here this week. Okay, in his heart space, there could be a connection to Halloween. This could be a special time that you guys spent together. This could have been when you guys met. This could of course, when you guys parted ways. But I feel like there might be something in regards to Halloween that he's really thinking about, or really kind of holding on to a particular memory. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this. It says, jokes, pranks, customs and traditions, disturbances of the peace, mental burden, remembering deceased persons. So to me, this is like remembering someone that's gone. And I feel that this is the masculine who is feeling lonely and feeling isolated and separated from the feminine because they are apart right now. That's what I am seeing here. It says to banish evil spirits, costumes, 31st October through November 1st. So there could be a specific date, October 31st to November 1st, for your connection. This could be very highlighted. It could be a time of year that the masculine really, really is in his feelings towards the feminine, really in the heart space, really remembers her during that period of time. So that's what I'm getting here. Right now it's like, okay, so we're in August. I mean, shit, when we're in July, it seems like the stores put out Halloween stuff. I love Halloween, year round. That would be amazing. But it's like, gosh, by the time you even get to the stores or even thinking about it, it's like it's already been out and all the good stuff's gone. So it kind of pisses me off. But anyways, I'm just thinking here that this doesn't have to just be around October 31st. This could be right now when we're starting to see Halloween things that could remind, this holiday could remind this masculine of the feminine for some reason. So that's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments section down below if that resonates with you guys. If you guys have some sort of a connection to Halloween with your masculine. All right, let's see. What else is going on in the heart space here? Ooh, wow. Empress energy. You know, if out of all the queens to me, the Queen of Pentacles is the Empress. Okay? Very earthy energy here. But I mean, this is very, very feminine. This masculine is really in his heart space, almost longs to be with his queen, is what I'm getting here. He longs to be with his queen. He longs to reside by her side. He longs to be embraced by his queen. He sees her as the queen, or the cream, I should say, of the crop. He sees her in high regard, looks at her as the best. So we can see this little pathway here that's leading to the feminine. So I do feel like in his heart space, his energy, his emotions, his heart flows towards this feminine. That's what I'm seeing here. He hopes to collaborate with her. He hopes to come together with her at some point. We have 2 moons in the sky here, okay? So to me, this is all about cycles. I feel like his heart goes through different cycles and different phases. So this week, it could be very highlighted for some reason where he's really feeling the energy of the feminine very, very deeply, okay? So let's take a look at the physical world energy here. What is the physical world space energy that he has towards her? We have the nanny. This to me reminds me of Mary Poppins. So it does say education, assertiveness, equal rights, social classes, emancipation, children, home life, housework. Now, this is the thing. This feminine could be a mother or a wife in another situation. That's going to be for some of you guys. That might not resonate for everybody. But this could just be this masculine seeing this feminine as wife or mother material, okay? Because now we have this nanny energy. Somebody that, what does a nanny do? A nanny takes care of children. There's something about this feminine that the masculine feels taken care of in her presence, or at least that's how he felt at one time. So I just feel like he's really missing this energy with the feminine. He really desires to have that in his life once again. But remember, this is the environment, so he could be seeing her in another situation where she is dealing with her home life. She's dealing with, just her situation. And we have Magician. So the Magician energy here is about wanting to manifest something, wanting to take tools and to create some sort of change. So I do feel like the masculine does know that he has some sort of power to do something here, to be assertive, to perhaps fight for something, fight for his right to speak, fight for his right to perhaps make an appearance, or I should say a reappearance back into her life, letting her know that he can be a certain way for her, especially if she's moved on. So I'm kind of getting this energy here where this masculine wants to prove himself this week to the feminine. Doesn't mean he will. It's just that this is what he was going on right now with what he is seeing and how it is affecting him, what kind of an effect it has on him. So the Magician just means that I've got these tools and I want to create some sort of change. I want to manifest something here with you. I want to work on this. I want to see if we can come together and collaborate. Okay. So that is that energy. Let's go ahead and just get the deep soul energy that this masculine is feeling currently towards this feminine this week. Wow. Okay. So it could be someone's birthday. It could be that there was something very magical during someone's birthday as well. I kind of feel like this masculine is very nostalgic for this feminine on specific holidays or just dates, okay? There's something that's unforgettable. There's something that he'll always remember. When these things roll around, he really, really feels connected to the feminine and remembers her. That's what I'm getting here. But what is a magical birthday? What is it? You put a candle in a cake and you make a wish. So his deep soul energy could be that he wishes. It's kind of like a wish upon a star type of energy. I'm wishing for something here with you. I'm wishing to manifest something with you. And it's kind of cool because we have manifesting wishes. The magician manifests change, manifests things in his life. So it says gifts, a nice, great event, your, his, or her birthday as a point of reference or a clue, invitations, sociability, manifesting wishes. Interesting. It may be that this masculine decides to make a move or manifest something on a special event, either a holiday or a birthday. It might be that that is when he decides to send a physical gift or wish you some sort of, happy birthday. And that could be the icebreaker is what I'm seeing here for this situation. It could be the icebreaker. It could be a way to kind of highlight communication. But we do have the Eight of Swords. So he feels a deep conflict about this. I feel like this masculine has gone through this cycle many times. If you have been in separation with this masculine for a while and many, many years have gone by, many birthdays, many holidays, and you haven't heard from him, what I want to tell you in this reading today is that this masculine has actually had many cycles where he has thought about reaching out to you on these particular occasions, but has decided not to. And the reason why is because his soul is in deep conflict about this. Now, it can be because you have another life going on. That could be the conflict. He may not want to interrupt your life. He may feel like he doesn't have a right to. That might be why he feels like the black sheep in your life. That could be it. But the Eight of Swords means that there is something that's rolling around and around in your mind, and you're kind of stopping yourself from coming to a conclusion. But I see that the masculine is kind of stepping more into his power and realizing that he can take these swords and he can cut out of this stuck cycle where nothing is happening and actually do something and actually just, maybe give you some sort of communication, whether it's a birthday wish or just a hello. That might be something that breaks some sort of cycle between the two of you. So that's what we have with how he is seeing you and feeling you this week, feminine. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this connection. Where is the connection at this week? What's going on in your connection? Interesting. We have two cards that have a candle. I feel like that's significant. I do. Now, it does say self-destruction. You burn for something or someone and don't even notice how you lose your face. Interesting. So for me, this tells me here that someone is longing for someone. Now, feminine, of course, you could long for your masculine, but I got to tell you, I really feel like this masculine is longing for you this week. He feels very lonely without you. He feels like the black sheep in your life. He feels like an outsider. He doubts perhaps that you still care, okay? He sees you as the queen. He sees you as the queen of the crop. He wants to manifest some sort of change. He has some sort of wish or desire to change these circumstances. But as we can see in the past, he has been in this self-destructive Eight of Swords energy and conflict deep down within his soul about what to do, how to break out of this cycle. So it's a secret. Somebody burns for someone, but it's a secret, okay? It's a secret. So I just feel like that is what this is trying to tell us here, is that someone in this connection, most likely this masculine, is really burning with some sort of desire. There's still a candle that's burning. There's still a flame that is lit and burning on his end. And I feel like he's unsure whether or not the feminine shares this energy of the flame burning as well. All right. So let's go ahead and get a tarot card on that. Do you feel the same? Do you want to connect? Three of Pentacles. Do you want to collaborate? Can we work this through? Kind of like afraid to show his face. That's what I'm getting here. This masculine is afraid to show his face in the physical world to the feminine. He is afraid. So this is becoming destructive for him. It's becoming a big conflict for this connection to be able to move forward, to be able to resolve itself. I feel like this is being made evidently clear to the feminine as well. We have, uncertainty. You have already experienced this threatening situation as a child. Don't let that stop you this time. The danger is not real and only in your head. Okay, so a lot of something deep is going on here. And I'm not going to lay it all on the masculine. This could be the feminine too. You could also have equal fear of seeing this masculine, running into him, facing him, coming into contact, trying to work this out. This could be on your end too. But we're doing this from the feminine's perspective, and a lot of the energy is already coming through of how the masculine feels towards you. We already know that he's very uncertain. We already know that he's in this destructive phase. We already know that he's stuck. This is now coming through as uncertain. It does talk about childhood. This masculine could have some deep childhood traumas with either abandonment or not being accepted or loved or whatever. So it's like, as much as he's really longing for this connection with this feminine, he's also destroying it at the same time by not revealing how he truly feels. And the thing is, it's actually worse in his head than it really is in reality. If he would just face you in reality, he may know that a lot of the things that he's telling himself are not true. As in, you don't care, or that maybe you've moved on, or that you wouldn't give him the time of day. So there's something that he is doing it's self-destructing. Okay, so these two cards just popped out and they are within reach, so I will take them. We have the Hermit and the Fool. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like what's going on here, first of all, it's a journey, okay? The Fool might have been where this masculine goes at times that are uncertain. This is the self-destructive phase. So the Fool goes off, right? Does things that other people don't understand. Wants to be free. Okay, friends and family might say, hey, what are you doing? This could even have been you, feminine. Why are you doing this? What are you doing? And the Fool says, look, I want what I want. No one understands me. I just have to go my own way for a while. Okay, but this Fool ends up in hermit mode. The hermit mode is someone who takes a step back. They've been on the journey for a while. They take a step back, they go within themselves and they go, They really, really think about what it is that's important to them. What's not important? All the crap that they've experienced along the way. Was it worth it? Was it all it was cracked up to be? I almost feel like this masculine may have made some sort of decision that was kind of foolish, but necessary in order for him to experience something, okay? So if we go here, you've misunderstood. It wasn't that I didn't care about you. It was just that I didn't know who I was, and I needed to find myself. I needed to figure out who I was. I needed to fix my shit. So to me, this is a masculine and feminine who probably parted ways at some point in their journey, and they're perhaps still in this separation, but there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unknowns right now. And so people are kind of like, because they don't have any information to work with, they're kind of making things up in their head as to what's going on or how the other feels. So it's like you guys are both perhaps making assumptions that actually are just in your head. Like worst case scenario, this person never cared because they never reached back out. They never apologized. They never came back. We're just assuming that that's the situation, but that's not true. We know that the candle is still burning here. There's still a burning candle here. There's still a flame that is lit for this connection. Both people. So this lantern to me is also guidance. It means spiritually being in each other's lives. So energy. If you guys have not physically been in each other's lives, it means that you guys have been a guiding light for each other along the way. You guys may have never let each other fully go, which is why you guys still hold this flame or this candle lit for your counterpart. Very interesting. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Flood of information. Pay attention to who says what to you. Only one of these sources speaks the truth. The more unusual it sounds, the more honest it is. Oh my. Okay. So this whole The danger is not real and only in your head. There's something here, like there's a lot of information that has come to both of you, whether it's been through other people, whether it's things you guys have seen on social media, or whether it's just things that you're intuitively picking up on or just hearing. There's a bunch of information. The least likely is the one that's true. So it's very easy to believe that someone never cared. It's very easy to believe that this person did this, so then that means that, they could care less. It's very easy to believe that. The least easiest thing to believe is actually the real thing, the hardest thing to believe. That is the honest truth. So I don't know if that's going to speak to someone out there, but if you guys have been assuming the worst, it's like, that's actually not true. What is true is what you have having a hard time believing. That's very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get another tarot on that. Yeah, the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is a card of relief. The Six of Swords is, to me, forgiveness, getting through rough times, right? It's about traveling beyond the rocky situation, going to calmer waters. And so I feel like whatever causes you to feel peace and contentment and calm, just that inner knowingness, that is your intuition. That is your higher self speaking to you. Pay attention to that information. Don't pay attention to or hold on to information that gives you anxiety, that makes your heart just sink. Try not to focus on that information, because what I'm getting here is that is the false information. That is the ego getting in the way, telling you things that are not true. Trying to keep you maybe down or keep you in the dark. So Spirit's saying it's best at this time to try to weed out information that is unnecessary. So let's just say you're looking at someone's social media. We can make a lot of assumptions with social media. Maybe that's not a good source of information. Let's just say someone that knows you're masculine and you're getting information that way. That might not be the best thing to engage in at this time. The better thing to stay high vibrational would be to just rely on your own intuition and your own instincts and your own telepathic communication with this masculine. Because to me, that is the light. That is the truth of what's really going on here. And we have cloudless. When something is blocking your view, the most simple explanation is usually the right one. So you see how it's like there's something about something isn't as it appears. So you do need to be careful. It's like we're making things up. We're more relying on our fears than we are our higher selves. Our egos seem to be trying to take over at this point and keeping us in a fear-based system rather than truth. So the divine light is battling the dark ego at this point, is what I'm seeing here in this connection. And you guys are both trying to kind of make it past this darkness, but it is here. It can't get you, or it can't control you unless you allow it. But it is here. Yeah, I love this. The star, you will be guided. The divine has your back. So you guys, the star just means that Spirit is actually working with both of you right now to guide you towards the light. The darkness is here for a reason, because it does have something to teach you. And look, on the bottom of the deck, I got the Two of Cups. So it does have something to teach you. But the divine love of this connection, the high vibration of this connection, is really, really where you need to stay focused. Because focusing on anything that's 3D right now, or anything that anyone else is saying, or things that you're seeing, are not going to be accurate, you guys. Your best bet is to focus on the love, and that unconditional love, and that truth that deep down inside, even if it doesn't make sense in the 3D world. That is what you're being asked to really navigate your journey right now, because we have uncertainty. So let the stars guide you. Trust the universe right now. Don't trust what your physical eyes are seeing. Don't trust what someone else is saying. Trust what the divine is giving you, you guys, and you will know the difference, because higher self energy is very, very just, you have this calm inner knowingness. You just accept it. You know, you understand things that are things that are ego based or just coming from fear and codependency and addiction and just toxic energy is very much, it feels just like you're going to die. It feels like, oh my God, it's do or die. I have to do this. I have to do that. I mean, if you're in a life or death situation, the ego can serve you well in saving your ass, but this is not a dangerous time that we're talking about here. So that kind of energy just really doesn't belong. Okay. So any kind of dramatics, any kind of just emotional, like just upheavals and things like that, what I'm getting here is that it's best to just distance yourself from anything that could be triggering you in that way, because your soul wants to go towards a healed place, an ascended place. You don't want to allow these clouds to block your view any longer or to focus on those clouds, because I'm getting here it's not really doing your soul or your spirit any good. And so it doesn't do this connection any good either. Okay. So while this masculine is in this kind of uncertain or cloudy time where he's thinking the worst, and maybe you're not feminine, continue to focus on the stars. Continue to focus on movement forward. And I'm not saying that this is going to clear things up for the masculine, but if you're not holding on to fear and you're not focused on all that stuff, it will be a little bit easier for him to navigate the energies of this connection by the energy that you are choosing to hold on to. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get some messages from your masculine's higher self to you, feminine. What does this masculine want you to know from his higher self? Okay, so this masculine wants you to know, feminine, that he will always love you. You are loved more than you will ever know. So maybe you don't know this, feminine. Maybe this has been a part of your shadow. You don't believe that this masculine loves you or loved you, but he wants you to know, remember always that I love you. Okay? There is love here. Wow. What's interesting to me is that he actually is, I don't want to say he's stalking you, but he is watching you. Whether you might not know that, feminine, but he is keeping an eye on you. He wants you to know that. I'm also getting too that he's probably showing up in your dreams either as some sort of an animal, or there's some kind of an animal that reveals itself to you and there's a message about that animal and it's connected to your masculine. It's connected to just what he's either going through, what he's struggling with, or represents his current strength at this time. There's something about it, of course, that's a wolf, and it's kind of like this little Red Riding Hood type of character or little depiction there. And of course, we know the big bad wolf comes in and he's very scary, right? So this also to me tells me that if the masculine has done something to cause you to feel like he is interesting black sheep, that black wolf, and now you're afraid or you don't trust him, he understands. And he wants you to know that no matter what happened, it wasn't done out of, it may have not, it's not that he did that out of love, but he still had love in his heart for you when he did something that he did. So he wants you to know that. Okay, so we have balance. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So we have that yin and yang energy. I feel like this masculine is telling his feminine right now that he wishes to be again in her presence because she really balances him out. She causes him to feel nurtured, supported, calm. He really misses that energy, really craves that energy, okay? And really sees her as that the queen in his life. And I'm getting here, it's only a matter of time. I know it's been a long time. I'm getting for some, I've waited too long. There's no such thing as too long. It's never too late. But this masculine knows that time is of the essence here. Maybe you guys are just getting older. Maybe too many years have gone by and it's just like, okay, enough is enough. I have to do something here. So this masculine is aware of feminine. He's aware of the time. He's aware of the time that it is taking him to either face you or to make a reappearance or to do this healing or ascension work that he's currently doing. So I just feel like he's letting you know he is aware of the time. He knows it's been a while. It's been a while from Stained. That song is coming through. Deep in your heart already you know the answer. So he is telling you, feminine, to trust yourself. Trust your heart. Deep down you know the answers. So this is also a confirmation from the masculine saying, do not rely on what you're seeing on social media. Don't rely on what other people are saying or have said in the past. In your heart, you know what the truth is. You know what the deal is. Stay in that truth, feminine. He says our story's not over, okay? Obviously, you guys started a chapter, but you guys, you have not had an opportunity to close up this chapter. So he's telling you that there's still unfinished business here. He feels it. He's affected by it. This is something that keeps him up. This is something that as time goes by doesn't go away. It's always going to feel unfinished for him, and he does want to finish up this chapter, or he wants to see how the story is supposed to end, because he doesn't feel like it's over between the two of you guys. That's what he's telling you from his higher self. So in his heart, he's also choosing to trust instead of allowing his ego, like he has been for so long, to take over and to keep him from you. So right now I feel like he's battling that, and he's telling you that he's working through that. All right, so now let's take a look and see what is the energy here of the future. So what is he most likely going to do moving forward? What moves is he going to make most likely moving forward? What does this masculine plan on doing to make changes, to make a reappearance in this feminine's life? So we have the ritual. We have sequence of the same procedures and phrases, making use of magic, forcing results, power of words. Wow. Okay, so remember earlier we had the magician, and this magician is someone who is going to make use of their magic, okay? Literally says making use of magic and using words. So this masculine knows that he has to say something to this feminine. He has to communicate with her in some way. So he is going to have to make communication. He is going to have to use his words in order to get this point across. So I feel like he's at least aware of this and plans on using his words to communicate to this feminine. And we have death. So he knows that that's the only thing that's going to transform this situation. Take it from death to rebirth. Okay, so it may have been that this has been over for a little while. Okay, wow, on the bottom of the deck I got 3 of Swords. And I just feel like, there's been enough time, or just enough downtime, I should say, that this masculine has realized a thing or two. So I feel like he wants to take it from this death cycle to this rebirth cycle, and he knows that he has the power to actually create this rebirth. So this is Scorpio's energy and season. We have snake energy. Okay, so not like I'm always trying to say, oh gosh, the masculine was so deceptive, but there's a reason that he feels like a black sheep. He knows that there's the snake energy that he was in perhaps before created this fear. And we can clearly see this fear here. The feminine does have some sort of aversion to this masculine. She does not feel safe completely in his presence. And he knows that because of the snake energy. So I do feel like he is going to have to come towards her, and he is going to have to apologize for something. So he wants to basically break that snake energy. He wants to make a clean, he wants to come clean, and he wants to restart something. Now the snake also sheds its skin, so that way it has opportunity, for new life. So birth, death, and renewal here is highlighted for sure. We have judgment. The judgment, you guys, is the past coming back. The past, somebody from the past coming back, blast from the past, resurrection of the old. Let's talk about this. Let's review. This is like a review of the past. Let me apologize for these past actions. Let me say something to you. Let me explain who I was back then and how I have transformed. So I feel like this is something that he plans on bringing to you, feminine, is some reasons, not telling you, like giving you excuses, but giving you some sort of an explanation that maybe you will understand why he acted the way that he acted. And we have the backpack. Okay. So first of all, the backpack could indicate travel. So he could travel towards you, feminine. Doesn't mean he's going to have a backpack on his back, but he could travel towards you. But it does say burden, oppressiveness, reaching limits, near peak level. I do feel like this masculine has been carrying this burden for a while with this unresolved issue between the two of you. And so it is only going to become more burdensome as time goes on. So the longer that he puts this off, the heavier and heavier it's going to get until it's like the straw that breaks the camel's back. So, masculine can continue to put this off, but I am getting double Scorpio energy here because judgment is ruled by Pluto and Scorpio is Pluto energy. So I'm getting here perhaps this could be October, November, and it could be one of the reasons why this card originally made an appearance. October, November. It could be around this time that masculine decides to come through in the October or November month. I was traveling through. So if you don't live in the same state, I almost feel like this masculine might be around your area during this period of time. It's like a plan. Damn. Coming in with his cup. Knight of Cups. Pisces energy. So he's got something to say. So not only is he bringing words, he's bringing some sort of emotional words. He's bringing some sort of exchange of like a love, like an offering, something here. It's very romantic, or maybe not even romantic, but heartfelt. There's a heartfelt words that he's bringing towards you. And that's what he's deciding to do, is he's deciding to bring forth how he feels. It's been long enough is what I'm seeing here. So Pisces energy, of course, this is February. So it could be just anywhere during kind of like late fall, winter months that this possibly could occur. But we do have triple October, November energies here. So to me, that's pretty powerful when it comes to perhaps making a move towards you, feminine, and bringing you this cup and these powerful words that have the power to transform this connection and to turn things around. So that's what I have for you guys this week. I really hope that you enjoy these messages, and thank you guys so much again for choosing to watch this reading. All right, you guys take care. Bye-bye.